everybody. Morning and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the program. Well, I bought a camera. Yeah, finally decided to plunge, splurge, and buy me and the fam a nice camera to take pictures and video with. Yeah, I guess that Best Buy card just burning a hole in my pocket. You don't know what kind of a rabbit hole this is, all right? You think, all right, camera, all right, I'll get it. I got what I need. No, there's accessories galore, lenses, too many features in the camera. I'm immediately blowing up the phone last night with Howie Rock and Lou Brutus. Look what I got. I got this camera. Check it out, guys. Now I need to ask you a million questions about what I need. Oh, you can get out of control real fast. It's like playing guitar. I'm not gonna buy another camera, but we'll say the amp is the bass. You got that sitting there. You can plug a million things into it. Lots of guitars. I guess that's like lenses with a camera. Because I want to get back to doing some streaming at home and YouTube content and stuff, but you want it to look good. You want it to look top quality, pro. All right, well, step one done. Now I just have to learn how to use the dang thing. Started watching YouTube videos last night. Was like, oh, geez. All right, I guess instead I'll pester Jade and Josh via text about whatever. Yeah, it was an all right evening. I just went to bed way too late. I tried. I didn't try often enough. Just could not get myself to sleep. So, yeah, nothing like rolling in on a Tuesday and you're way more tired than you were on a Monday. Oh, well. At least got some chores done last night as well. Didn't just sit around and play with camera because I didn't have any memory cards to put in it. Can't take any pictures. So, I guess that's my punishment. I will wait to play with new toys till I get my chores done like a good boy. Jeez. But good morning to you. I appreciate you tuning in today. Hopefully we'll have a fun show. I've been working on another giveaway that might be coming up quick here. Just got to dive in the email, see if there's any updates on that. And yeah, we got plenty of fun stuff planned. Plus, you should come see me at the farmer's market on Saturday. I'll talk more about that later on the show. Just gathering food for taking donations for the Idaho Food Bank. Cash is, they can do a lot more with cash than actual food donations. So we'll have a QR code you can scan. You don't got to, hand me your stacks of cash. It's going to be a digital donation. At least as far as I'm aware, we're not going to be loading up on cash. All right. We're going to somehow crush Tuesday as fast as possible and have fun while we're doing it. So, let's go. All right. So, I was sitting here thinking about sleeping in, because that's what I do on a Tuesday morning. Think about sleeping in. Remembered that this weekend, I'm not going to be sleeping in. What the crap? No, I'm going to be out trying to do some good, all right? Going to be out trying to get some donations, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, for the Idaho Food Bank. We'll have a QR code. Stop by and see us at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market and donate what you can. I'm going to have a bunch of stuff to give away. Tickets to the Museum of Idaho, to the Idaho Falls Zoo, to Yellowstone Bear World, and I'll hook you up. All right, you stop by and see me. Going to be hanging out with my homie Justin from 105 The Hawk. We will be there from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's the farmers market. Right down there on Memorial Drive, Idaho Falls. Hundreds of vendors, lots of good food and crafts. And yeah, you got to get down and check it out. Plus, last I checked, I think we were supposed to have pretty good weather for the weekend. I mean, it's been hot, people. It has been hot. So looking forward to the weekend cool down if the weatherman was correct. I mean, today's still going to be warm. High of about 90 for the next couple days, but They're talking about Saturday getting down to a high of 76. That sounds perfect for going to the farmer's market and probably whatever other yard work I need to do. So, I guess farmer's market is not yard work. Sorry, my brain, it's still waking up, people. It's early. I pounded instant coffee. I don't know, all it seemed to do is hurt my guts. So, if only I had a farmer's market corn dog to... Now, that would probably make it worse. All right, anyway, come see me at the farmer's market on Saturday. Help out the Idaho Food Bank. Do something good. It'll make you feel good. Plus, they got good stuff at the farmer's market. I don't think it should have to be said that it's rude to throw things at artists while they're on stage. We've had a number of these incidents over the years, and the latest one I saw wasn't really throwing something at somebody, but Becca showed me a hilarious video last night of our friends from Ashes to New on stage, getting into it a little bit with the guy in the crowd who decided, I guess he was going to spray them with water. I don't know if he had a squirt gun or a bottle of water that he was able to just spray them with, but their singer Danny got very upset and he started yelling lots of naughty words. I would love to play the video for you, but the FCC, so bizarre that we still have language restrictions on radio in 2026 with this way the world works nowadays. When, politicians are on TV swearing, why can't I? Why can't Danny from Ashes to New, just get played over the air? His little rant. It was a pretty wild video, divisive video. Probably because Danny was very aggressive in his statements, a little threatening. He was threatening to, we'll say, kick the guy's butt, but he was a lot more aggressive about it than that. You should go watch it. Regardless of how he handled the situation, he got really mad. Maybe he could have been a little bit calmer. There's no reason to defend for any reason the guy in the crowd who was spraying the band while they play. And if you're an artist on stage, you don't know what you're getting sprayed with. What if that was some type of chemical or poison? Anthrax, I don't know. You don't know what people are throwing on you. So, don't do that, okay? And especially, I guess, don't do it to Danny from Ashes to New. He'll get very angry with you. I can't even share the video on the K-Bear Facebook page because Jade will yell at me because of all the bad content in it. But I'm sure if you just look around on social media for From Ashes to New, it's going to be like the only video popping up. Everybody's sharing it everywhere. Hey, no such thing as bad press, right? Yeah. If you can get people to click and like and share, you can make some Facebook money. There's this guy in Wyoming. I don't even follow him on social media, but he was running in the Wyoming primary for something or other, and this guy is the cringiest dude ever. Just so hokey. And every once in a while, I'll just comment on his posts because they always pop up. I'm just like, shut up. Will you just shut up, dude? And you think, when the election, after he lost it, that he would stop posting, but he's still going wild and his posts are just as cringe as ever. Figured it out. He's just a grifter. He knows. He's rage baiting people, and he's probably making bank off of Facebook money. I asked him yesterday in the comments, I'm like, hey, dude, since you won't shut up, how much money did you make on Facebook in the last year? Yeah, crickets on that one. I don't know if you liked me bringing that to everybody's attention, but that's why a lot of people have those rage bait social media pages, because they make pretty good dough. And if you can get people interacting, imagine even if you were making an extra $1,000 a month just by making people mad online, it's $1,000. We can all use more money. Okay, Sorry, I don't even know how I got on that topic. But let's keep going. Let's take a very quick break. Then we'll be back with like tunes and stuff, all right? Hang on. Okay, I am thinking about burgers. It's not my fault. It's the internet's fault. When somebody asks, you get $1 million, but you have to eat the same fast food every day for a year. Where are you going? Then I start thinking about burgers. Yeah, it would have to be a burger place, right? I mean, I like having some tacos as much as anybody, but I don't think there's enough variety at the taco places. Well, maybe there is. I don't know. I just want a burger. Okay, sorry. I shouldn't just jump on the radio and be like, look at me, I'm hungry. Because I'm actually not that hungry. I'm kind of thirsty. You know what this is called? Useless content that I should probably be yelled at for by management. Hopefully they're not listening, because this is just inane babble with no purpose whatsoever. I'm not going to give a bunch of free plugs to fast food places. Need to buy some advertising if you want me to talk about which place I would go eat so I could get $1 million. I know which one it would be. Yeah, I do know. They have a variety of food options, so you wouldn't get bored too fast, because I could probably live on a burger half of the week. But, you can get burnout on those too. It's hard, but it's possible. All right, I'm going to shut up and play some Electric Callboy, and next break will be better. I was sitting around watching, this political video on YouTube. I'm sorry. I remember when I was a kid, I was at this amusement park in Minnesota. It's called Valley Fair. It's pretty cool. It's an amusement park, so obviously it's kind of cool. And I remember I was walking around in there, and I think I found a $20 bill on the ground. And now, when I was a kid, that was a long time ago, because I'm so old. So, back in the day, you could do a lot with $20, all right? It's not like today where get you, buy on gas for a couple days, or maybe you could get one meal, So $20 back then, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun. I don't think it occurred to me as a youth, you could turn that money in, because somebody might come looking for it. That might have been, some poor kids, $20 that they've just been waiting to have their fun with at the fair. And here you are picking it up and just like, hey, I found $20. If you find money, I know it, especially in this day and age, can be tough, but it's probably good to turn it in to customer service. It's the polite thing to do. Plus, apparently, you might be able to get arrested if you don't. Yeah, I had no idea. It should occur to me that technically, somebody dropped money and you pick it up. You're taking their money. Happened at a Walmart in Albany, Georgia. They made the Albany Police Department made a Facebook post requesting the public's assistance with identifying a suspect in a photo taken from a surveillance camera. They said an individual dropped $30 on the ground while shopping. This individual picked it up and did not turn it in to the employees. Let's see here. Oh! Somebody must have snitched on the guy, because the suspect did return the money to the victim, who dropped the charges. They were going to press charges for $30 in theft. I think you should turn the money in if you find it, because somebody could really need that money, especially if you're at the grocery store. I mean, that's, like I said, a meal or two. And in these times, every dollar counts. But I don't know. I've just never seen the cops go to that extreme on somebody picking up money off the ground. Like, are you going to get in trouble if you pick up coins off the ground? Is it Is there a dollar amount that they go, all right, now we're going to Facebook. We're going to track this criminal down. And what if it was a $5? Is that high enough? What if it was $1? What do you find $1? Can you imagine if you got arrested for picking up $1 off the ground? I don't know, I guess. If you're picking up money off the ground, you are a true criminal. So, you turn that money in, all right? Or I'm calling Crane. Get Lieutenant Crane coming your way. Wow. Well, I mean, it all ended well, but geez, can you imagine you pick up money and next thing you know, the cops are beating down your door? Coming with us. Jeez. All right. I'm going to dig for some freak news. You all just kick back and hang on. All right, let's dig into some freak news, people. Apparently, experts are alarmed by this aggressive baby naming trend. All right, let's check this out. What are people naming their kids? Yeah, we go through all these different trends. I think the most recent one was spelling these long names out in these, funky spellings for a normal name. Now, apparently, it's naming your kids after weapons. Yeah. We're talking some of these names that are pretty popular, including Wesson, Caliber, Shooter, Trigger. All right. Now, some of these names of, firearm brands are obviously names that people have had. They tend to be last names. Remington, Colt, Ruger, Winchester. I don't know. What if your parents named you Dagger? It doesn't sound like a very good name. What, Dag for short? Get over here, Dag! This is like so hick. Sorry. If you're listening and you've recently named your kid Winchester or Shooter, it just seems, kind of West Virginia to me. But why are they alarmed? I mean, you shouldn't be alarmed because the names come from, say, firearms or Dagger, just they're bad names. All right, you got to think about your kid. What? This is my boy, Wesson. It's just, I guess you could call him Wes. That's sort of normal. If you're going to name him Caliber, you call him Cal. I don't know about Dagger, though. This is my boy, Knife. Here's Machete. Oh, I guess there was a radio DJ in the market I called Machete. Okay, what else is in the freak news? Jeez. Pop-ups. Nightmare. Okay, sorry. There was a drunk woman on an airplane who, I guess, just pulled down her pants and squatted in full view of all the other passengers. She admitted to it and I guess said sorry. Booze can lead to you making bad decisions. It's not the best stuff. One, it's unhealthy. It's not good for you, but it can lead to bad decisions, including apparently pulling down your pants on an airplane and squatting down. Makes you feel better about yourself, doesn't it? Have you escaped this long in life without doing something that embarrassing and stupid? If so, good. I want to make you feel better today. See, you could be worse. You could be like Sarah Parker, who was headed to, well, of course, Australia. She was charged with outraging public decency. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. It was basically like, well, was it that upsetting? I mean, you got to keep people in line. So you got to charge her. Okay. Otherwise, everybody's going to be taking their pants off on an airplane, and that could get out of control. Speaking of out of control behavior, apparently a new TikTok trend is harassing this guy in New York City. I guess he he has a short fuse, and somebody parked in front of this guy's house one day. And he came out and threw a tantrum. And it got posted to the internet. Everyone thought it was hilarious. So now people are always pulling up in front of the guy's house just so he'll come out and start throwing, things at them and screaming profanities. And he put up a sign, "Stay away by not sitting, stepping, touching, or leaning on my fence." Don't block the driveway. He says as many as 10 drivers show up daily. Dude, you probably don't want to be interviewed by the news about this, okay? Just let the trend pass. Because now people like me heard about it. So now, what do you think I'm going to do when I'm done yapping? I'm going to fire up TikTok so I can look at the videos of this guy ranting and raving. Because, I don't know, I should be doing other work, but that sounds funny to watch. Sometimes you should just avoid being interviewed by the news. These online trends, they come and go, in the blink of an eye. Would all have been fine, dude, but I bet it gets bad for this guy now that the New York Post is letting the world know about it. Oh, and this final story, this guy, what a dirtbag. So, mountain climbing is a hobby or an activity that I don't quite understand. If it involves trudging uphill in the snow and potential blizzard conditions, and you might die, it's just not appealing to me. So you got this father and his two sons in Japan climbing Mount Fuji, 48-year-old dad, and they get a ways up, and apparently his 7-year-old son was getting tired. He's at about 8,000 feet above sea level on the top of Mount Fuji, snowy mountain. And the dad's like, well, just wait here. We'll go to the top and we'll be back. To get to the top and back would have taken about 8 hours. So, leaving his 7-year-old in what were turning into bad conditions. Rain was falling and fog was developing when the child was found sitting alone on a bench at about 7:40 a.m. So they estimated, based on standard hiking times, the dad left the kid at about 4:30 a.m. So he must have taken the kids out. We got to get started early being about midnight. Your dad just leaves you on a bench on top of a snowy mountain in the middle of nowhere. And the dad's like, yeah, I made a rash decision. I'm sorry. He didn't even get in any trouble. They just reprimanded him. Naughty, naughty, don't do that again. And he said sorry. And so police urged hiking groups to stay together and plan their pace around the person with the least stamina. No indication whether this guy's going to face any kind of charges. You gotta be kidding me. I would assume that's some type of child endangerment. You leave a 7-year-old on top of Mount Everest? That's fine. We left him by Green Boots. We know where he is. Green Boots is dead. Yeah, but the boy will be all right. He's just a kid. Kids are tough. Some parents, man, terrible. Hey, what's up, Peaches?
What's happening?
Oh, just digging through the news, which is just fun, dude.
Did you see the story about the guy in Minnesota that squeezed his coworker to death with a big hydraulic press?
No.
So they're both tree trimmers, and they're playing shadow puppets with the machine.
Oh,
and he didn't realize the machine was right next to his coworker, so he turned it on, and sure enough, it squeezed his coworker's head and just killed him.
Holy cow!
Boom.
Okay, yeah, don't monkey around with heavy machinery, people. That's terrible.
I want it to look like a butterfly. Look, it's flying.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, just make regular shadow puppets with your hands, okay? Not with whatever machine that was. Holy cow. Well, that's pretty gruesome, Peaches.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that to my attention this morning.
I wanted to start a band called Manslaughter.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there already is one.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Gotta be.
We were hanging up a TV wall mount over the weekend, and of course, I'm terrible at it. But we used a leveler. I'm like, that's a great name for a band, and I think that's a already pretty famous band.
Probably. I mean, most band names at this point seem like they've been used. Again, local bands, make sure to Google your band names, because if a band name has already been used, you're going to be screwed down the road. What if you all of a sudden blow up? If anybody has put music out under a name online, they automatically have a trademark for it. So you're screwed.
Oh.
And then you're going to end up having to, pay them off potentially a lot of money. That's why for a while Ghost was known as Ghost BC, because there was already a Ghost. And then once Ghost started making enough money, I assume they were like, hey, what's it going to cost to buy the rights to that name? And I bet it was a good chunk of change.
I bet also if you become a huge band like Ghost did, you just automatically get the name. I feel like that's how it should be.
No, I think the person who came up with it first should have the rights.
Like if I all of a sudden was in a group called 21 Pilots back in 2005, and all of a sudden the other 21 Pilots becomes as big as they are.
Yeah,
I feel like, well, they won.
No, you won. You won. They need to pay up if they want to use that name.
Like if all of a sudden I got in a group called the Reptilians, and we just took off, and I quit here, left. We're touring around the world.
Oh yeah, dude.
No way I'm paying you.
There are other artists there's other bands that use that name. We've been inactive for a while, and I want to get back to it with the guys. I've been working on the home studio. I purchased an item spontaneously.
What's that like?
For my home studio and just life in general.
All I know is that I'm selling things, so I don't know the opposite.
I am doing the opposite of you, Peaches. Instead of selling all my stuff, it's the biggest splurge I've made in a while.
Wow.
Biggest splurge since my TV.
Look at Victor.
I bought a camera.
Oh, good for you.
Got myself a nice mirrorless camera.
Oh, so now you can finally stream again.
Yes, and in super high quality.
Nice. You're going to see the zits on your face when they pop up. Oh,
that's
yeah.
Right. You're going to see every just awful part of my face. It's going to rule.
I don't think we were meant to be in HD. I don't think anybody was really meant to be in HD because you start seeing details that you wouldn't normally pay attention to.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then...
Well, that's why politicians wear makeup, because otherwise they, Can you imagine what they would look like without the makeup in HD? Some of these guys are in their 80s.
Yeah, I couldn't.
That's why they cake on the makeup.
And
all of them do it.
Well, at that point, why even try to look good? You're done. Like, you're close to death.
Well, and, if you're just out there trying to talk to the real people, how am I out here representing the people? Well, then... take off the clown makeup.
Yeah. I remember being at iHeartMedia, and I remember Ellen K was getting makeup put on at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning for a video interview and all of that. And it just seemed like too much.
Well, it's just funny because most of these guys, I was watching a news clip earlier, and news anchors are the same. They're caked in makeup. And you got these two guys arguing back and forth about manliness. And both of them are caked in makeup.
My friend Rob's a news anchor. I'll have to ask him, what's it like to sit in that chair?
Yeah, I need my makeup touched up. I gotta look nice for the broadcast.
Add some more mascara.
Man, I'm so glad I don't have to wear a suit and makeup to come to work. It's a lot of work. I've had makeup put on me. It takes forever. It takes ages.
Imagine being like the Grinch or Jim Carrey or Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool having to put on that whole thing,
props to the ladies who go through the process of doing that every day. It takes tons of time. And then you just got to take it off. And I think did I tell the story of trying to get that eyeliner off over the weekend? Mm-hmm. Jeez. Thankfully my eyes feel better now. Don't ever try to rub eyeliner and mascara off your eyes with a towel really hard.
I wasn't planning on putting it on.
I wasn't either. It wasn't my idea.
You've had more experience with it. Because if I were to put it on, everyone would laugh.
People were laughing at me, too, because I was walking around Winco looking like a freak, going, howdy, partner. Hey, good to see you.
I can't try on anything. Not like that, but if I were to wear any outfit change, people would notice right away and laugh.
Yeah, if I wear a light-colored shirt, people are like, what's wrong? You look weird, dude. What are you doing?
I walked in one time, I'm like, whoa, great, changing it up a bit.
I know, I've got 5 shirts that aren't black. And it always feels a little bit weird when I throw a really light-colored one on. Or tie-dye, I feel like, whoa, we're getting crazy in here. We wild and feel like I'm a maniac about to head out on the streets with all that color. Well, anyhow, Peaches, I hope you're having a good morning today.
I do know I will never take the band name. The number 12 looks like you.
The number 12 looks like you.
That's a famous band.
Okay, I mean, what are they saying? Okay, and 1, 2. Is that like a boob thing or something?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, yeah, it is a stupid band name. A little bit too long.
I did find a thread that was like, what are the stupidest band names of all time? Hoobastank, Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, those are pretty stupid. I probably should be careful on that one because I'd probably say the name of bands that people like. I mean, we might have some Hoobastank fans in the house. I think Hoobastank's a decent name.
But they also know it's dumb. Like they just put it all together because it was like a placement holder for like when they finally come up with their legit band name. But it just stuck.
Well, I mean, there's no other band name like that. K-Bear, you are live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Hey, you know what? I'm wearing tie-dye today.
You're wearing tie-dye? Well, yeah. You probably don't feel weird wearing it. Me, like I said, I feel like a maniac heading out to the streets.
I would say a gray shirt would be worse.
Gray, especially if it's that one color of gray, where if you sweat at all, you look like a disaster.
You see every detail of your stomach. Oh,
They make you look real fat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was him the other day.
Oh.
Now wait a minute. Was it the Lady Gaga shirt or the Mario shirt?
The Mario shirt. You should have seen underneath where his boobs are.
No thanks.
All right. You don't need to shame me publicly for my weight. She's fat shaming me.
I was about to say, geez.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Oh, wow. She's on one today.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I got to go to work. Bye.
All right. See ya. I think she was making fun of him because...
Your wife was just fat shaming you right there. How do you feel?
I think she was just saying my boobs are small because hers are bigger. Right?
I've seen you too, I gotta say.
Hey, Pages!
Mine are bigger.
All right, in recent weeks, we have talked plenty about flock cameras. Very popular subject with, most people on all sides politically. But I want to remind you, if you get out and you mess with these things, you can get in trouble. You can't smash them up. You're going to get picked up by the fuzz. And you might end up getting picked up for smashing a fake one. This guy in Florida, I guess police started putting up bait cameras in Florida after people were stealing flock cameras. And then they just sit there and wait for somebody to come mess them up. And they're just dragging people in left and right. Yeah. There you go. That's how you meet them quotas, huh? Yeah. Much as something might frustrate you, if it's somebody else's stuff, just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't touch it. All right? It's not going to end well. You got to breathe deep, meditate. I don't know, read a good book. Play some Red Dead Redemption. It's very relaxing. Had a nice home building activity that I took part in Red Dead just the other day. Very chill. Keeps me from out raging in the streets, I guess. Just a little bit of advice, okay? I can't remember how this subject even came up last night, but I was talking with Becca and somehow we got on the subject of people spelling my name wrong, which is funny because it's not even a real name, so why should I care? But it's spelled with a K, everybody, just so you know. And last night we're sitting around and I'm like, I wonder how many people on Facebook, on my friends list, where you can see how my name is spelled, have spelled it wrong. So you can search for my name spelled with a C. Crazy enough, it brings up one page that I'm assuming is somebody trying to scam people because all of the links on there seem to be for some type of a weight loss product or something like that, and the page only had one friend. But You know, as I get scrolling through, it just kind of made me laugh how many people spelled my name wrong, including my own mother. Shame, Mom. Shame. Sorry, Mom, since you're no longer with us. That's kind of rude to shame you. Phil Moon, who I worked with for many years, he's local radio DJ. He spelled my name wrong just like a couple weeks ago or something. Like, come on, Phil. It's right there in front of your face. I could just like sit here and scroll and start throwing people under the bus. Like, look at that listener. Doesn't know how to spell my name. There's tons of them. It'd be pretty rude if I actually started doing that. But it did make me laugh to see that my own mother spelled my fake name wrong. But that's okay, because she didn't ever call me by my fake name anyway. I know it was pointless, but I just had to let you know. Spell my name right. Come on. What's up, everybody? It's the Viktor Wilt Show. So I've been looking a little bit at this Meta trial. They're basically trying to crack down on Meta, owner of Facebook, Instagram, etc., and get them to remove addictive features such as infinite scrolling, auto-playing videos, disappearing content such as Instagram stories, beauty filters, algorithm-dominated feeds. Just basically go back to the old ways of social media and doing more to keep young people off of these platforms, like really young people. And basically, if what they're fighting to do against Meta goes through, it's going to set this huge precedent that would go across all social media. And, sounds kind of good to me. Because I remember old social media. Before it was just rage baiting you all day. Like I mentioned that guy earlier. He was running for office in Wyoming. Not going to name him by name. Don't want him to start popping up on your feed. But during his campaign, he's putting up the most ridiculous and cringy videos. And they're getting a lot of interaction, most of it from people from all over the country, because the dude was like a walking cringe meme. And I figured these videos would go away after his campaign ended, but he's still posting them. And he'll get, 1,000, likes or laughs or, hundreds of comments. Facebook pays you when you get a lot of interaction on your page.
Heck yeah, they do.
Pages. So you had a couple posts that, like, give an example of how much money you've made on a Facebook post.
There was one post where I said we should stop using the peach emoji as a butt.
Yes.
And some people took me seriously that just so have happened to stumble upon my page.
Yes.
It got like 300,000 views.
Okay.
So I made, I think, like $100-something off of there.
Okay. So imagine if you were putting up multiple posts like that every single day.
Do you know the whole
for
drama
like a year
behind the guy Dalton Ain't Worried, Dalton and Sacco, that couple? So he posted a video. There's a guy named Dalton that lives in West Virginia. He's married to, he was married to a woman by the name of Sacco. Okay. They're now getting a divorce, and there's a whole bunch of drama with that whole thing. But he uploaded a video talking about how sad he was. And he talked about, have you ever been sad before? Talked about all the sad moments in his life. Got 50 million views.
Wow.
He made like 40 grand, or like not even that. I think it was 100 grand actually. But then he started uploading more and more and more, and he was telling people just to use his name online because it'll just all of a sudden gain a whole bunch of attention because he became that popular.
Yep. This one guy I was talking about, this guy who ran for office and lost, is still just posting his rage bait videos, and it's just funny that a lot of people don't realize that there are people out there who make content specifically to, get people to react angrily, scream and yell at each other in the comments, share it and go, look at this maniac. And they're just kicked back making money.
Of course, there are those people
it's just rolling in.
There are those people that comment like, "Oh, typical rage bait. That's rage bait. Trap, trap, trap." You know.
And that helps them make more money.
Exactly.
And it's hard. Like, trust me, it's hard. That one guy is so ridiculous. I'll post stuff like, when he was running, for example, and he only commented back to me one time, but he was basically indicating he wanted to set public lands aside for like mining operations to make a bunch of money for mining companies. And you know how passionate people are in the West with our public lands.
Yeah, definitely.
So I chimed in and like, hey, dude, quit trying to spin, trying to sell off our public lands. And then he gets back to me. He's like, you don't even live here. And I'm like, dude, I'm next door in Idaho. Okay, Wyoming, Idaho. Sorry, dude, we're pretty much the same place.
Do you want Idaho but worse? Go to Wyoming.
But he's still going, and he posts like crazy. And so the last thing I asked him, like, how much money did you make last year on Facebook, grifter? How much money did you make? What are you, Nick Shirley? That's right. I want to know. Are you legit in what you spout off every day, or are you just sitting back making money? Because it appears to me that you're just sitting there making bank off of people's rage.
Since I haven't posted anything on Facebook in the span of a few months, I got my latest check, $6.90. Nice. Because I realized if you share a meme in the K-Bear group, that also gets you money.
All right, I need to get active on my social media.
You got more followers than me.
I know. How can I make them real mad? What can I post?
Keep posting your political views. That's all you got to do.
That's
pee on dogs.
That one did get me. I wonder how much money I made off that video.
Well, so somebody commented on that like over the weekend?
I've gotten messages here and there.
Really?
Like, the funniest comment was "You're a pig." That one made me laugh.
That one was the dumbest.
But
I can't. I don't want to insult the lady, but come on now.
I mean, I just don't understand why people don't watch the whole video, and why anyone on the planet would believe I would do that for real. Just stand in my backyard. And be like, hurry, Becca, get the camera.
Maybe I should have done that with the cat that entered my apartment. Like, all right, you asked for it.
Well, there was one time when Lucy jumped up on the toilet while I was in the middle of going to the bathroom. She only did that once as a kitten.
You are Kelly the cat.
Hey, Peaches. I cleaned her off with a towel afterward. Okay, I just barely found this article about the Brown Challenge, and due to the fact that it has led to the closure of numerous water parks, I'm assuming the Brown Challenge involves Dookie. Oh, what is wrong with TikTokers? The Brown Challenge still going strong. What do you mean still? I certainly hadn't heard about this one. So, basically, it involves getting into a pool and, letting it all out. They said either, by natural means or by releasing it from a bag hidden inside of your swimwear. Who is packing around plastic bags of Dookie and just stuffing them down their swim shorts so they can release them into pools and likely infect people with things like the explosive diarrhea that are, making the rounds this, summer here. Ugh. I don't like natural waters because, bacteria and flesh-eating viruses. Can we at least just try to keep the pools clean? I don't think you can really go swimming anywhere unless you own your own pool and you're the only person that swims in it, and you highly regulate yourself. Make sure you shower beforehand. People just can't be trusted. Dirty Peaches, he's always getting into pools and hot tubs without showering off beforehand. He brags it up on air. Peaches, is this part of the Brown Challenge? Disgusting. All right. Yeah, don't do that, Kay. Stop it. I don't know what else to say. Stop it. People need hobbies. People need some hobbies. All right? Pick up a good book or, I don't know, anything except the Brown Challenge. Yeah, let's just do away with social media altogether. OMG, it's not only just here. Bosses are spying on employees everywhere. Thought it was only Jade Davis. Always spying on me. Because it's easy to spy on me. All you gotta do, turn on your radio. Or peek through the window. He could be in the hallway for all I know right now, just watching me. What are you doing in there? I'm scheduling music for a couple weeks because Peach is going out of town, all right? Working on that, working on other stuff. Quit spying on me, Jade. Yeah, there could be a variety of ways your employer is spying on you. And it's nice to see the news, letting people know all the different ways your bosses might be spying or collecting data about you. Jade, did you install a key tracker on all these keyboards in here? I know Jade can remote access my computer so he could see the, amazing content I'm looking at for this radio show. Like, how to determine whether or not your boss is spying on you. I think I might get a pop-up message if I get a remote login, though. I don't know, though. And I would imagine in Idaho, your bosses here can probably do just about anything to spy on you. I think Peaches and I were discussing it yesterday. States where you can record a conversation. That's what we use. Without consent. That'd be called a one-party consent state. So, where are they? All right. Here's recording conversations in all 50 states. Could you go ahead and just give me a list? This shouldn't be that difficult to find. Oh. Okay. I don't need the details. Jeez, the exact, codes out of your legal code book. But yeah, Idaho's a one-party state. Let's see about our neighbors here. Let's check out Utah. Can you record someone without their consent? Yep. Oh, Wyoming gotta be the same, right? Yeah. You gotta be aware of these things. Someone might have their phone in their pocket. They're just recording your conversation. You never know what somebody's going to record and then upload to the internet and use against you. And you can't just go, well, I didn't know they were recording our conversation. No, not unless you live in other states than here. So, yeah, you just might, be careful on the job. Make sure you're just working because they're watching. Aren't you, Jade? Or listening? I bet if I gave Jade a code word, we'll just see what's a word on my screen. Code word's going to be YouTube. If you were spying on me, Jade, you can feel free to stop by the show and prove to the listeners that bosses are spying on their employees. All right, let's do... That was just my warning for you. Here's the warning. Earlier I talked about how a burger was sounding kind of good. How about a Maggot shake? Something nice and sweet. Gross. Nobody is offering Maggot shakes as far as I'm aware, but people are inadvertently discovering they may have been making Maggot shakes. There's a product called the Ninja Creamy, and it's like a combination between a blender and an ice cream maker, and people started finding just maggots crawling around in there because they ain't cleaning them up good enough. Yeah. Ooh. I am not watching this TikTok video of maggot crawling around in this lady's shake. No way. So they hit up the Ninja company and they're like, this is not a product or, a product failure. This is a user error. You need to learn how to clean your devices. Though the thing looks like a coffee maker. when we were in Park City over the weekend. I forgot to buy like any energy drinks or bring any instant coffee, and Becca's like, well, just go make yourself a coffee over there. Got the little coffee maker. Ugh. You ever watched online videos about hotel coffee makers? I think it was a few months ago we were talking about viral videos of people cleaning their underwear in them and things like that. Nope. It's a big fat nope when it comes to the hotel coffee maker for me. And then other people started sharing their Maggot videos. And they're like, it's hard to clean. It's a very popular product from what I'm reading here. People seem to really like them, but let's see. Somebody tried to attempt to deep clean the machine using a variety of tactics. They went to town on it, and they still found maggots. All right. Clean it every day if you use it. Now I'm wondering, like, okay, what's around my house? Haven't used the coffee maker in ages, so it should be fine. Maybe the ice machine. It probably needs cleaned out, like, thoroughly. Yeah. Sorry, Becca, I don't want you to think there's going to be maggots in your ice. I don't know if maggots really grow in that kind of thing. You're not putting a bunch of milk and stuff in there. But, that's so gross. But do they give you extra, like, protein and things if you have a maggot shake? All right, I guess I'll stick with the regular shake for now. I mean, I've eaten some bugs before, but maggots they're just kind of gross, aren't they? Pretty nasty. All right, I'm going to take a break and contemplate something that sounds good to consume. Ugh. Hey, don't forget, if you're in the market for a job, to go to hireeastidaho.com. Check it out. It's all newly redesigned. Find yourself a little bit more enjoyable profession. Maybe you're stuck in a rut and you need to try something new. hireeastidaho.com. Give it a look. Find yourself something. Change it up a bit. You're only on this planet one time. And I don't know, maybe you're in a profession that you're worried might die out in your lifetime. Now, radio's one of those that you always hear, oh, nobody listens to radio. It's like, that's not true. You're listening right now. And the data backs up tons of people listen to radio. Okay, yes. The people who don't are very glad to let you know, I listen to Pandora. I listen to DJ X. I don't like hearing the beginning or end of songs. I like a nice fade.
Yo.
I was just going to take a look here at jobs that have died out in your lifetime. Can you think of any professions that are just gone from your lifetime?
Elvis impersonators.
They're still around. They got to be.
They're dying off.
I don't know, man. I think people are still going to want to get married by Elvis in Vegas.
What's the next impersonator? What's going to be the next big impersonator? Michael Jackson?
Oh, yeah, there's got to be lots of Michael Jackson impersonators.
There are, but I mean that will probably get even bigger and bigger and bigger, especially with the recent movie and all of that. Yeah, I mean, but eventually, do you think it'll die out, or do you think Michael Jackson going to be one of those artists that will be impersonated for like 100 years? Yeah, who's more famous
than Michael Jackson?
Elvis or Michael Jackson? I feel like they're pretty close.
They're pretty close. I mean, those are very big artists. The Beatles, maybe?
I mean, I was asking either which one's bigger, Elvis or Michael Jackson.
I'd say Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Elvis,
maybe if it was 20 years ago, Elvis would still be much bigger.
Maybe. But yeah, I think that Elvis fans are kind of getting aged out. Elvis was from a long time ago. I was just talking about on the afternoon show, I did a pre-recorded break about words or phrases that make young people go, "You're old." And I was talking about, like, any single time you watch a Karen video and you see some old lady go, "I'm calling the sheriff." And what? Like, why would you say you're calling the sheriff? What is it, 1855? Pick up the phone and call the sheriff. Yeah, it's like, why can't you just say, "I'm calling the police"? I have never heard anyone go, "I'm calling the sheriff." Oh, there's tons of them. There's tons of them online, especially those when there's skateboarders. And they, quote, shouldn't be skating there. And you get that old lady that tries confiscating their skateboards. And she goes, "You can get them from the sheriff's office." I haven't heard that. Well, somebody on here pointed out that shoe cobblers, Peaches.
Shoe cobblers. There was I'm glad you brought that up. There were like two dudes trying to wash people's shoes in the mall.
Wash
here in the air, like
shoes,
well, like they shoe shiners, like they clean the shoes and all that.
Yeah.
And this, the one guy was the salesman was trying to get this one other dude to come over and get his shoes shined or whatever. And the guy's like, "No, I gotta go real quick." Like he just came with some like lousy excuse to not. Yeah. And so the salesman then made fun of him and was like, "I gotta go." He said, "I gotta go real quick."
That's not a very good way to get business.
Right. And I heard, I was across the way and I heard him say that. Of course, the other dude heard him say that.
Wow. Yeah, if you want to make money in the shoe shining business, which I would imagine there's not a lot of people that need their shoes shined at the mall.
I'm sorry, but I can't imagine waking up every day and going to one of those kiosks in the mall and then trying to track people down. That's almost as bad as being like one of those cell phone providers, those like cell phone carrier providers in like Costco. They try chasing you with the clipboard. I hate those people.
Yeah, but they're just trying to get by, Peaches.
Well, go to highereastidaho.com and find yourself a much better job.
That's what I said at the beginning. Make sure it's not a profession that has died out. TV repair. Would anyone repair a TV nowadays? They just throw it away.
They just get a new one.
Yeah, it's got to be cheaper than repairing it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, TVs have gotten to be pretty cheap. I don't know. Maybe my TV, I might contact someone and go, is there a way to fix this? Because I spend so much money on it.
I bought mine real expensive back in the day. Back in 2021 when I first moved out here. I was like, I want to upgrade. And I got myself a 55-inch.
Heck yeah. I could probably get mine a lot cheaper nowadays, too. But I don't know. I haven't looked at TVs. Everything else has gone up in price.
I don't necessarily want to get a 100-inch TV because everybody will see what you're watching. I mean,
what you watching, Pete?
I mean, of course, knowing my luck, every single time I go on a plane, I watch a movie with one of those scenes in it, and I'm all staring at the screen, watching them get intimate,
Yeah. Well, I guess the latest model of the current TV I have, but it's the latest model, costs, similar to what I paid. Yeah. It was worth it, though. I love that TV. Man.
It's nice.
It's so
your living room setup's quite nice. I'm jealous.
It's got such good picture. It's fantastic. Well, Peaches, it's that time. Time for me to get. I almost wanted to say a phrase that is inappropriate.
It's like go to the sheriff's office.
I gotta go track down the local sheriff, and we're gonna have a chat about. I don't know.
Why are they still called sheriffs? Why can't we just have like police officers? We got the sergeants, lieutenants, all that stuff still. But why do we have a sheriff?
I don't know, because there's only so many names for positions of power, I guess. I was talking with a guy recently about he was frustrated that the police use the same rankings as military. And I mean, I guess, teach their own if that's something that bothers you. But I'm like, how many other words can we come up with?
I mean, maybe
captain, lieutenant, corporal. I don't know what else there is because I don't know all the rankings.
We got newbie, we got moderate,
sergeant,
we got advanced.
Let's do it that way.
We got extreme.
We need to start. Yeah, let's mix it up. I'm Extreme Crane.
Yeah, Extreme Crane. Mad Marvin Extreme Crane.
Yeah, it's a good name for a cop.
Sounds like a wrestler. Failed like mall wrestler.
All right, everybody. I guess me and Peaches will leave for a while, but we'll be back at noon to talk with you about stuff. You have a great day. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.